Hi, thanks for joining us today on Shining Stars in South Florida Business. I'm your host, Danny Poulos. Our very special guest today is Guy Hartman. He's your inspector guy. Get it? Guy from Home Inspection Services. So, Guy, tell us a little bit about how you got in all this and what home inspecting is all about.
Well, it's a long story, but I'm going to give you the short version. My claim to fame is I am a retired Marine. I spent 25 years in the Marine Corps. I was an aviator, a pilot. And I'm a graduate of the Navy Test Pilot School, so I have a lot of background in testing aircraft and all that kind of stuff. And
that's like a guinea pig.
It is kind of like being a guinea pig, but I got to tell you, one thing about testing aircraft is, I would rather do that than flying the normal fleet aircraft because we know so much about it. I mean, I have a whole staff of engineers behind me that are making sure that everything is all right. So anyway, that's just a little aside. But the thing about the way I conduct the home inspections, the way I've done my business, the way I've formed my software and all that sort of thing that I've used, I looked at it with fresh eyes. I've been doing this down in Florida for about 6 years and full time anyway. And so I tried to look at how I've done other things in my life, like, for example, testing aircraft, running engineering teams, that kind of thing, and brought it to the home inspection business. So we have very unique ways of doing it, very unique software, and it helps a lot to bring that to the process. And for anybody that's has an engineer client and all that sort of thing, I speak engineer, all right? So I can talk to them in the language that they may be used to.
Keep speaking engineer for me, all right?
Yeah, right. See, that's what I'm up against right there.
Well, that's good. I mean, that kind of background is a lot different than what people may think when you think of a home inspector, someone that used to remodel houses and now they're qualified to look around your attic and check your wiring. When you're talking about a real engineer with the background of being a test pilot, I think you're operating at a different level with your home inspection. So who needs a home inspection?
Everybody needs a home inspection. Owners, if you just want to know the status of your house so that you can do some good, do good upkeep, good maintenance. When was the last time, for example, when was the last time you were in the far corner of your attic to see how your roof underlayment looks back there?
I won't go to the far corner of my bathroom.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about, right? And we're even going to look at the far corner of the bathroom if we take a look at your house. But everybody needs one. Our main business is buyers.
Right.
And we're the kind of the first step in the process, actually. I mean, we conduct a very thorough home inspection. We're looking at everything. What I like to say is roof to foundation, all the systems in between. We're looking at everything, but it's a first step. What we're looking for is, I'm going to use an example from my test pilot days. When I pre-flighted an aircraft, I wasn't able to see the bolts that, made the wing stay on the aircraft. I mean, I wasn't able to see those, but I was able to see a lot of things that might tell me the condition of those bolts, like wrinkles or cracks or improper indications in the cockpit or anything like that. Same thing with a home inspection, but it's a first step. If I thought there was something wrong with the wing bolts, guess what I did? I called the mechanic. Just like if I see something wrong with the air conditioner, I don't specify a repair. I say you need to get a professional to come in and take a look at it and repair it.
I mean, really, when you're thinking about the biggest investment that most people are going to make in their life, you can't skip this step. You can skip almost anything else, but don't skip this.
Yeah, don't skimp on that step. It's a very important step. And it's like going to the flight surgeon. You can only come out even.
You ever run into anything weird doing these home inspections? I can imagine everyone's got a story.
All the time. One thing about my business is we like to make it fun. And so check out our website, yourinspectorguy.com. Lots of information, lots of education, consumer advice, things like that. I also run a little thing called your inspector guy straight talk, right? And I just talk about things that I've experienced. I don't do a blog because I don't want to hear anybody talk back to me. So I just put it out there on the website, right?
What about that story though that you posted about what you found in the attic?
Right. Well, here it is. We were my inspector and I were inspecting house, totally empty house. And we were in the attic, shining our flashlight around, looking for roof leaks. We saw a little, reflection back in the back corner under the insulation. went back there, and what we found was a framed copy of a commission to lieutenant colonel in the United States Army from 1953.
That was the only thing in the house?
That was the only thing in the house. So we took that and decided that we were going to find the owner, the rightful family,
right, for
this document, because being a retired Marine, I know how important it is. So we posted it on our Facebook page. Lots of response. Had a good time with it while we were doing a service to the community and all that kind of stuff. And we just recently found a living relative in Ohio, actually, and we're in the process of getting that document back to them so it can be proudly displayed on their.
What did they say when they heard from you?
What had happened was it wasn't actually the relative; it was a friend of the relative. Said, "This sounds like your uncle." And so he passed that off. She went to the Facebook, looked at it, called us and said, "I think I'm your person." And
so the guy's still alive?
Oh, no. This is a niece. Yeah. This is a niece. And so we're in the process of getting it back to him. So
that's something.
Yeah, we'll update the Facebook as we go.
I remember seeing it. So let's get back to a little bit about the way the business is conducted. Who is it that calls you? There's a real estate transaction going on. Someone's going to put an offer in on the house. Offer's accepted. There's a due diligence period for them to do inspection. Who gets in touch with you? How does the thing get moving?
It depends. Most of the time, if you're a buyer, most of the time, if it's a buying situation, it will be the buyer's real estate agent will generally coordinate all that sort of thing. Call us, talk to us, make sure we're a good fit for their client, and that sort of thing. Sometimes clients will do that on their own, especially engineers, right? Okay. And they will be looking for their home inspector on their own, and so the client will call, and we will discuss what we do, how we do it, what we do, and with the client themselves.
So a lot of your business,
the client or the agent.
Yeah. So a lot of your business comes from agents because he's a member of the JTHS. Council of the Association of Realtors in Miami, so he's a business partner there. So you're in contact with thousands, 40,000 agents in the association.
We've talked about this before, and that business partner list is a thing of beauty. So for the agents listening, it's a great thing to use. It's a fantastic product, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'd find you on the directory there, and tell everybody else how else they can reach you.
Phone number 561-401-9169. Yourinspectorguy.com, all one word. Yourinspectorguy.com. Facebook / Yourinspectorguy, all one word. And
you just got to look for Your Inspector Guy.
There you go.
And Guy has been a shining star in South Florida business for some time. If you need a home inspection, the person you need to know. Thanks for coming in, Guy.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much.